We've been talking about it all day. Tonight is the Jays' home opener, and this morning, we're going to get a little inside baseball. Now, it doesn't get much more insider than our next guest, John Gibbons. Gibby, as he's widely known, had two stints with the Toronto Blue Jays, one from 2004 to 2008, and the other from 2013 to 2018 when he helped end the Jays' playoff drought. The man has stories to tell, that's for sure, and he's telling them in his brand new book. John Gibbons joins us in studio. Good morning to you.
Good morning. It's good to be back.
It's great to have you here. And on home opener day, how does that feel?
It's exciting, even though I'm not a part of it anymore. You know, now I'm just kind of on the outskirts looking in, and there's no pressure on me today.
Where are you going to be watching the game?
My hotel room. I'm tired. For crying out loud, I couldn't get them to get me a seat.
You couldn't get a ticket?
No, there's no more room.
Well, you know, there's that like standing room now at the top.
Yeah, I've heard they've done a wonderful job renovating that place.
It's exciting, isn't it? Congratulations on the book. It is called Gibby, Tales of a Baseball Lifer. It is the kind of book you read, and I feel like it's this, like you're just telling me stories and I'm asking questions. How did you narrow down this decades-long career, what you were going to put in this book?
Well, you know what? Greg Oliver wrote it. He just kind of gave me, some guidelines a little bit. And I just kick back and kind of go through my life a little bit and the good points, the bad points, and he just kind of, he threw it all together, And I had fun with it, I was a little hesitant at first.
You were resistant. You thought nobody would want to read it. Why?
Well, I didn't really think my life was that exciting, if you want to know the truth. I still don't, But it was fun reflecting, looking back on my family and as well as my baseball career.
Speaking of reflections, I love the photos that you included in this book. There's like you at the beach, and then Darryl Strawberry was a roommate of yours for a short time.
Yeah,
You picked some really good ones, and some very
back.
flattering ones in here, too. Very flattering photos in here.
That was going way back then.
You've been a coach, you've been a manager, you've been a scout and a player. But here's something I didn't know. Your very first competitive game was in Goose Bay, Newfoundland, Labrador. How did you end up in Goose Bay?
I bet people don't even know they play baseball out there, to tell you the truth. Well, my father was in the U.S. Air Force, and we were stationed up there for a couple of years, and I was at the age, and they had a team on the base where we stayed. And he got me on a team. He took me to tryouts. I was scared to death. I wouldn't get out of the car, I was a little timid kid, shy kid. Finally, he said, "The heck with this, man. I guess you're not playing, right?" So we went home, and it was luckily one of the guys he worked with was a coach on one of the teams. He put me on the team. That's how it all started, So.
And was it love at first game?
Yes, yeah, I fell in love with it, and I never thought about I was ever going to be good enough. But eventually, things turned in my career when I got to high school level and got a chance to play pro ball.
Well, one thing that stands out in this book is your gratitude at every level and with every change and transition that you did. Really stands out. Yeah,
I'm thankful. There's been so many people along the way that have helped me, right? They've been good to me, and my parents were always, hey, be thankful for what you got, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that's important. And I've had opportunities that a lot better men and coaches have never got, right? So many good people took care of me. So I've got nothing but good things.
But you're very gracious, but you've earned a lot of this praise as well.
Well, I don't know, maybe, I guess a little bit, but, I am who I am, and I try to be fair, and, I just try to do the best job I can, whatever that might be.
Were you always fair to the umpires?
Oh, yeah. Well, I am a little bit. I can get angry, though. I got that, like all of us. I see my frustrations at home, I take out on the umpires.
Yeah, there's a classic right there. Sort of, I think people are used to seeing you sort of in that moment. But you always say, hey, look, this wasn't for show. This wasn't about grandstanding. You passionately believed whatever was happening in those conversations.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes, the umpires are pretty good. They take a lot of heat, but overall they're pretty good. But you know what? You got to fight for your guys. If you want your players to fight for you, you sure as heck better fight for them. So sometimes you got to defend them.
How do you feel about this season in the Jays?
Yeah, I love their team. I really do. They remind me a lot of our team in 2015 from the offensive standpoint because we could really hit, right? And they're the same way. And they'll get there, and they got a shot to win it all this year. They really they made some great moves this offseason.
Josh Donaldson wrote the foreword for this book. Of all the players and of all the people, why him?
That's a good question. He's the only one I could get to do it.
Oh, please.
No, you know what? Josh and I are pretty tight, we're very different in a lot of ways, but we connected, right? I understand him, and he understood me a little bit. And we had our time. We had our ups and downs. But he's a wonderful guy deep down in him. He's got two little girls now. Mm-hmm. He's doing good, and he was kind of a natural, right? And he said he'd love to do it, so. his story in there, I don't know if he's quite accurate. We had a little dust up in Yankee Stadium. His side of the story, I don't think is real accurate, though.
Oh, yours is better. Hey, thanks for coming in today.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the book and on the podcast. Is there what else can we expect from you in the future?
No, not much.
You're not, oh, please.
This is a one-hit wonder.
A one-hit wonder. Well, it's a home run.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here
Thank
today.
you all for having me.
Just a reminder, you can read all about John's adventures in baseball in Gibby, Tales of a Baseball Lifer.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.